Hi there! This is the first of a series of videos centered on the usage of the Arduino. I will go from the very basic notions up to the design and development of several gadgets involving the well-known microcontrollers family. Before getting into the details, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel so you will not miss any future episodes of this series. Let's begin. Arduino is a family of several microcontrollers like Arduino Uno, Arduino Mega, Arduino Leonardo, and so forth. But it is also an integrated development environment, or IDE, to write the code that will run on the Arduino boards, as well as to upload the code to the boards. To work with the Arduino, the first thing to do is to install on your computer the IDE, and of course buy an Arduino board to start experimenting on it. It doesn't matter what kind of computer you use, the IDE can be installed in mostly all kinds of computers, and it is a very easy thing to do. If you are totally new with electronics development, I would suggest to start with an Arduino Uno starter kit. You don't have to buy an expensive one, any one would do. A starter kit usually comes with an Arduino Uno, a breadboard, a bunch of wires to make connections on the breadboard and on the Arduino, some electronic components like resistors, LEDs, and so forth, and some sensors. In this video, I will show you how to install an IDE on the Raspberry Pi, which, though small, is already a computer with enough power to handle this job. I will also show you how to install it on a Windows computer and on a computer based on the Fedora Linux distribution. Of course, you don't have to watch all three demos, just pick the one that works for your computer. The description below will tell you where to jump to watch the section you are interested in. Let's begin by opening a terminal window, and in that we type the following command: sudo apt install Arduino, and then we hit the enter key. We answer yes to this question, and we let the process continue. So basically, as you can see, the Raspberry Pi repositories have already enough information to install the Arduino IDE. We don't really need anything additional from that. No need to download first any code. As long as the Arduino is connected to the internet, he will be able to find out the correct package and install it automatically. So as you can see right now, it's already done. We can close the window, and here it is. The Arduino IDE is available right here. I just opened it. Let's wait a moment. Here it is. Let's enlarge this window a little bit now, and let's take a summary look to see what's in here. So you see all the things that we expect in the menu are there. So the installation was successful then. You can see I can select a sketch, bring it up in a window, I can compile it and verify that everything has been successful in doing so. And so basically right now this code that I just put in this window could be downloaded, could be uploaded to the Arduino Uno in particular, because this is the one for which the IDE is set by default. Now let's take a look again at starting at the Arduino IDE from another username. You can see that there is a little difference from before. Now there is this window that asks for permissions to do certain things that basically are related to give permissions to this other user to upload the information to an Arduino. Without this, it couldn't be possible to use the IDE to install new code into an Arduino board. But once we provided this information on this window, then everything is fine. So depending on the user that starts the Arduino, depending on its permissions, the system will ask for a password to acknowledge the fact that the user has authorization to upload information, to upload code to the Arduino itself. To install the Arduino IDE on Windows, first thing we need to do is to download the software for that. So to do that, we open the browser and we search for Arduino in it. So basically we found this Arduino software. We click on that and here we are. So basically this is the website where we can download the Arduino software. So let's go to the beginning and let's choose the Windows version that we need. Since I have Windows 7, I'm gonna click on the first of these links. You may want to download the file from the third link if you have Windows 8 or Windows 10. But in my case, I will choose the first link. So I click on it. The process of downloading will start as soon as I click on Just Download. So once that is done, we can see the process is already completed. So we can close the browser, we can open instead the file browser. We go on the downloads and here is the Arduino package. So we double click on it and we say yes to basically allow for the installation to begin. We agree to install the software. This is the default location where the software will be put, which is enough for us, so let's start the process. We can check on the details eventually. And we don't need this big window anymore, so I'm going to close it. So now the browser is unpacking all the pieces of the software that are part of the Arduino IDE for Windows. Once it unpacks them, it will start asking me for permission to install the various pieces. So whenever we see coming up a window asking for permission like this one, we are gonna just say yes, just go ahead and install it. This is the next piece. So there will be basically the main program, a bunch of DLLs, libraries, and of course the drivers to pilot the USB connector so that the Arduino IDE will be able to upload all the code to the Arduino boards. And of course there will be also some part that will basically include the installation of the various type of Arduino boards, which is basically a way for the Arduino IDE to understand how to download the code for a specific board and also how to compile it, because it is different for different chips that are provided with different Arduino boards of the family. So it looks like the installation is completed. We can close this window. You see we have the icon here on the desktop, and also we should have an icon inside the menu, the main menu. Yeah, it's right there on the top, as you can see. There it is. So we can just click on this entry, or we can double click on the icon on the desktop. Once we do that, the Arduino IDE is supposed to start. Let's see if that happens. Yes. And here it is. And as you can see, we already have a template to start writing the code. We will talk about this template later on in one of our next episodes. So we will see how to use that, how to write programs for the Arduino, how to compile them, and how to upload them to the board. Right now, let's just make sure that everything works right. Here are the menus, and then we can try to download a simple sketch here. This is the one for the blink, and then we can compile it. Clicking on the check icon, we should see now things happening on the bottom here. There it is. So the compilation was successful. You see it's done, it's completed, and also we have some information in terms of how much space this code is going to take on the Arduino board itself. To install the Arduino IDE on Fedora, we use mostly the same procedure we used for the Raspberry Pi. In fact, they are both two Linux distributions, and so the procedure is quite easy and simple, and similar also for the two of them. So let's start opening a window. In the case of Fedora, we have to log in as root, because that's how we can install new applications. Then the procedure to install it is just to type the command dnf install Arduino. Hit enter, and then the Fedora package manager, DNF, will take care of finding the right modules. You can see the list over here, and will ask permission to install them. So I just have to say yes, and the DNF will do all the rest. So you see, first all the packages were downloaded, now they are installed. There is a total of 25 of them. Almost done. Verification. The list of everything that was installed, and then done, complete. So now we can close this window, and the IDE should be readily available over here now. Let's see, it should be under programming, and here it is. I just started it, and here it is. Again, also with this version, like for Windows, we have a template already made to start coding right away. But let's see if this works fine. So let's check the menus. They're all here. Perfect. Now let's try to download an example. Basic one, Blink. And here's the code. We can compile it. Clicking over here and verify also, of course, that is written correctly. Done compiling. Sketch uses 976 bytes. So this is the amount of space that will be used on the Arduino board once the code is uploaded to that. So everything is fine. Installation has been successful, and we can close these windows now. Today we have seen how to install the Arduino integrated development environment on your preferred computer. In the next video we will see how to write code for the Arduino boards and how to upload it to them. We will also go through the usage of the libraries and the serial monitor, and finally we will start having some fun making real projects with the Arduino, which will also provide more in-depth knowledge on how to use the boards of the family. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, so you will not miss any of those interesting and fun videos. And while waiting for the next video on the series to come out, spend some time researching for the starter kit that best fits your expectations and get one. Or, if you already have some experience in building electronic circuits and you own a breadboard and some electronic components, just get an Arduino Uno, which is the best to start experimenting on microcontrollers.